road trip today, going out of the state of Colorado, and I thought I would film a video while I was driving. I have like a really long stretch on this highway, so sorry I'm in the car again. I know I said I wouldn't do that, but my life is so crazy that when I have the desire to put these out here, I want to try to get them filmed so that they are out there for you guys. When I was taking a shower this morning, I was just thinking of a few of the things that I've been thinking about lately that I thought I'd put out there for you guys. My name is Christy. I am on the twin flame journey. I have been for about 3 years now. It's a continual metamorphosis. Like literally every day you turn into a different person and evolve a little more. And so does my knowledge of this and my, what I deem to be factual or not. So I just want to keep putting these videos out there for anyone that's on this journey that wants to join me. I feel like I've studied enough and been through enough and been awakened enough at this point to help people. That wasn't the case, a year ago when I started this, and that's why I stopped, because I still had so much to go through and learn. Still have a ton to go through and learn, but I'm definitely on the other side of a lot of pain, and I see things a lot differently now. So the knowledge that I have that can hopefully help you guys get to the other side in one piece, I'd like to put out there for you. Again, I'm sorry I'm driving. I know this might be a little distracting, but hopefully the information will get to you all the same. I wanted to talk about two topics today. Number one, twin flame, like false twin flame or twin flame catalysts, which I think a lot of us have gone through. Essentially, you have a person that comes into your life before your real twin flame and kind of presents themselves as a soulmate or a twin flame, but they aren't. And the other topic is, why do myself and everyone else always talk about, if you choose this path, you're going to be blessed the most, and the same for your twin. Why is that the case? Why do they have to be with me or choose this awakening to get the biggest blessings? So yeah, I want to talk about both of those things. And I'll start with the whole twin flame catalyst dynamic, or false twin flame. I actually had this exact experience in my life right before I met my twin flame. I had been in this situation off and on for years, and this person that I thought, was someone that I would probably end up with potentially, but the dynamic between us was not divine, I guess you could say. And that's how you can determine if you have a false twin flame or if you've met a twin flame catalyst. And I'll explain a little bit about that. When you have someone that comes into your life and they might represent themselves as this or that, I didn't even believe in any of this prior. I had other people that would tell me this is what I am to you or whatnot. I did not believe in the concept of soulmates or twin flames or, fate. I was a hopeless romantic at the soul, but mentally I was always like, nah, because I had gone through so many situations where it started out really, hot and heavy and like, oh my gosh, this is the one and I love this person, and then it just always went to shit, either by my doing or theirs. I would get really bored, I would get complacent, usually bored was the problem. It would turn into like a friendship situation where the physicality wasn't there for me. Almost like 99% of the time I would almost be like, do not touch me after a certain amount of time with this person. Looking back now, I know there was a purpose for all of that because it led me to my twin flame, and that just doesn't happen with your twin flame. Long story short, and to loop back around to the twin flame catalyst, the way to identify if you have met a false twin flame or a twin flame catalyst is the dynamic of the relationship. The divinity just won't be there. That person will have jealous tendencies, possessiveness, codependent tendencies. They have to always be with you, know where you're at, know what you're doing, control your movements, have some sort of set definition of what you guys are. We must integrate our families. You must meet my family. Like, this is what you do in a relationship. There's going to be a lot of that control and dynamic issues if it's not a true twin flame. If you have something big come into your life, like an opportunity that might put you around the opposite sex a lot, or that would maybe push you out of their life for a little bit because you'll be busy, they won't be happy for you. Even if it's the best opportunity you'll ever get, they will discourage you from it, or find all the reasons why it could hurt them, or how it's not good for them. Things that are good for you but aren't good for them, they will fight. Just complete control. Checking phones. Where are you at? You can't go without me. You can't be trusted. Those type of words. That's how to determine if someone is claiming to be a soulmate or a twin flame, and those are the behaviors. It's definitely not a divine relationship. The major thing when you come into this divinity and this awakening with your twin flame is all of the relationship constructs are blown out of the water. There is no possessiveness. There is no, I must control this person, or they'll leave me, or I have to, monitor their movements, or make sure that they're vowing to be faithful to me. Those types of things. In the beginning, yes, when you first meet this person, you haven't fully awakened. You're going to have some of those old tendencies that pop up. But as your twin flame dynamic progresses, if it's an authentic one, all of those things start to go away. The love for them is unconditional, and you have no desire to control them. You just trust the love. Twin flames in a union, there is no controlling and where are you, and you just know, like, you don't want to be with anyone else, so you don't have to control that person. You don't have to force yourself to stay faithful. Those are relationships you're not supposed to be in. If you have to literally force yourself to stay faithful to someone, that is not the person you're supposed to be with. I'm sorry. We are not possessions. We have taken the marriage word in this world so far out of context. It's become something that people literally force themselves to do. A relationship that isn't a twin flame dynamic will have all of those things and more. It will be cultural, as far as, if I got into this situation, I have to stay in it because that's what you do. Or if you got married, you don't get divorced. Those types of things. Why not? Like, what? Those types of things will be present in a dynamic that isn't a divine connection. Very controlling, very possessive, very rigid and defined, and you must do this and that. When you meet your twin, it just is. It just is. The love just is. You don't have to force it or confine it or force them to do anything. And that's the one thing that you'll start to notice is, no matter how long you guys are apart or how many breaks you guys take, the love just grows. It even grows when you're apart. And that's the strangest thing about a twin dynamic. Even if they're in another situation, the love between you and that person will just continue to grow. And that's a big way to detect if you've met a twin flame catalyst or a false twin flame. It will be almost emotionally abusive at times, and controlling and possessiveness. Love doesn't do any of those things. If you have any of those dynamics in your relationship, get out of that situation. It's not where you're supposed to be. So that's what I have to say on the twin flame catalyst and false twin flame situation. That's a good way to determine, is this person really what they say they are? How do they treat me? How is our dynamic? That type of thing. The next thing I wanted to talk about is what I talk about all the time, which is your divine path, and why the blessing is so much greater if you choose this path. It's not to punish anyone. It's not that if your person isn't with you, they're going to die and be miserable. It's not that at all. It's just that when you meet your other half, the duplicate of your soul, if you can think about it this way, a soul is vibration. We are all energy. Energy carries a frequency. Your twin flame is the exact frequency as you. So I always laugh about this, actually, because it's kind of funny to me. I'm kind of narcissistic. I'm recovering. But that God would have me fall in love with myself. It just makes so much sense. Like, duh, of course that would be my path. It's your soul in another body, essentially. And that vibration is perfect to you because it's yours and you resonate with it perfectly. So it's not that there's some control dynamic here. You must be with me or else. No. It's that this is for the highest and best good of both of you because it's the perfect vibrational match. That's why when twins come together in a relationship, they literally can become manifesting rock stars because you put those two vibrations together and you have like a super vibration, essentially. It's literally the highest form of love. And that is where creation comes from. The only vibration that we can create from is love. That's how this world was formed. That's how God made you, from the vibration of love. Any other vibration, codependency, jealousy, possessiveness, anger, any of those, you cannot create from. You will be in a perpetual loop. And that's why it's such a blessing if you met your twin, because not everybody gets to do this. Most people live the hamster wheel for the rest of their life, and that sucks. I had always felt in my gut, there has to be more. This can't be it. Like, no, I know there's more than this. And it was like I had looked for him my whole life because I knew he was out there. And I know now that every relationship I got into that failed so quickly, it was almost like God was like, nope. And I'm so thankful for that, because even if he never comes around and chooses this path, I know that I'm going to be blessed for choosing that path. And that's why I tell all you divine feminines, if your twin flame is blatantly ignoring this or choosing codependency or culture or marriage or anything that isn't in the construct of love, anytime they choose something that isn't love, it's not going to pan out. It's just the law of the universe. And when I say choosing something that's not love, I mean I'm staying in a relationship because that's what you do. That's not love. I'm staying here because this person has threatened this or that, or they make me feel bad, or they tell me they're going to kill themselves, or they can't live without me, or they'll put my dirty laundry out there, or my parents will be mad. I'm staying here because my parents expect this of me, or they need me, or anything that is not the highest calling of your soul and what you actually feel a vibrational match to is not going to pan out. And it's not that if your twin doesn't choose you, they're going to be miserable and suffer for the rest of their life. They just aren't going to live the crazy, blessed, manifested life that they could if they do choose this path. You, on the other hand, have chosen it. You've stuck with it. You're here listening to me. You've been faithful probably to this dynamic. You've acknowledged what it is. It's been scary, but you've said, God, I acknowledge this. Lead me. Even when it seems like I'm a nutso, this person's with somebody else, and here I am over here, still following this path. You will be blessed for that. And that can come in many different forms. If they choose to half-ass their life, that's essentially what they will get for the rest of their life, is half-assed. Wealth won't be as much as it could. The love will not be there. The blessings will just kind of operate at the level of the vibration they are in. If they choose to stay in a friendship relationship over a loved one, that's what they will get. Whatever you put out there is what you will get back. And that is the reason that I always talk about this being the highest calling for both parties, is because you're called to do this. The reason that you met your twin is not just to have some amazing relationship, because you will. It's you have a calling. You're here to create. And God knows that putting you two back together is going to create this manifestation team to essentially help other people. You don't have to be on TV about it or, have a twin flame channel. Just you two being together is helping the earth, because that vibration puts out that perfect love. If that's all making sense, I hope. Twin flames have lived many lives together. I did not believe in the concept of reincarnation or other lives prior to this until I really understood that Our soul is eternal. We are living in a freaking matrix, a simulation, really. Your soul has been in so many bodies before, and it doesn't go away once you die. Essentially, whatever you put out, you have to go back and rectify in the next life. And you've done this with your twin many times. That's why the soul recognition happens. That's why when I met my twin the way I did, I stood there staring at the television for a minute because sorry. Whew. Because there's this immediate recognition, like, oh my gosh, I know this person. I've seen this person before. And that's because your soul is recognizing the soul that you've done so many lives with. I saw the Matrix remake the other night, and I got kind of teary-eyed in it because the story was all about that, the whole movie. Neo was essentially trying to get back to his soul partner that he had done life with, and she was in the Matrix in this movie. She's asleep and she doesn't remember him, and he doesn't give up. He just sticks by her and until she wakes up. And it's the quintessential twin flame story, because when you first meet your twin, you are the one that gets to wake up first and recognize them. It doesn't happen as quickly for them, and that's because you are sent as the leader. The divine feminine is sent to guide and lead the situation. Your eyes are opened first. You're given the knowledge first. It takes them a little bit longer to remember you. And that is exactly what it is. They have to remember that you guys have done so many lives together, and it always comes back to you two. But that is also scary for everybody, because if you've never experienced this type of love, it can almost feel counterfeit at first, like too good to be true. You're kind of like, is this person too good? There has to be a trick here. This person has got some trick up their sleeve. They're really trying to harm me. There's no way someone loves me this much. I think the divine masculines go through that a lot. Like, I'm afraid of you because no one's ever loved me like this, and I don't even deserve to be loved like this. I've never done anything to you for you to love me this way. The thing is, they just don't remember that you guys have done so many lives together, and that's why the love is so strong. It's not like you just meet this person and fall in instant love. You've known this soul. It's your soul. You guys have done everything together for every lifetime. That's why the unconditional love is there. It's not some obsession. But I think both parties can feel that sometimes, and that's why one or more parties will run at different times, because you can almost feel like you're obsessed and losing your mind, and like, I need to stay away from this person because it's an unhealthy obsession. It's not that. It's just your soul is calling for theirs, and it will not stop until you guys are together and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's why some people can be kind of angry at first, because it disrupts your whole life. This thing comes in and blows all your plans up. If you're in a relationship, even if you try for years to stay with someone else, your twin flame is going to be there with you forever. The sexual, mental, emotional connection is never going to compare to anyone else. So you can try to make it work with someone else. You can try to stay away. You can try, but that's just not how this works. So as far as why I talk about the blessings that are there when you come into twin union, is because of the vibrational match of your souls. It's not because it's a fairy tale, or because, you know, God's blessed you with your perfect match because he loves you. Yes and no. It's because that's your other half. That's your soul's match. You guys are literally manifestation dynamite together. Even having sex with your twin flame is a form of manifestation. It creates life, essentially. Even that can be scary and feel scary. If you've been in physically charged relationships your whole life where that's all there was, me, having this person that comes in that is your best friend, like a brother, like a husband, like it's so well-rounded. that you don't even know what to do with it because you've never had that before. And I think in the back of both parties' minds, it's like, there's got to be some trick to this. This is not normal. So, to wrap that up, that's why I talk about having your greatest path be honored when you choose the twin flame journey. And to wrap that up, choosing the twin flame journey doesn't mean that you're in a relationship. The other party has free will, like I always talk about. If you choose the journey and you stick with it, you're going to get what you would have gotten regardless, because that's how this works. That's how God works. And that's just how it goes. It's up to them if they can get rid of the fear and the conditioning that they've been through. Most of these divine masculines are in conditioned situations that are cultural to teach them, if you get married, you don't get divorced. If you commit to something, you don't back out of it, even if you're miserable. If your family did this, that's what you do. Those are hard things to get over. And it takes a lot of faith and a lot of faith in this whole twin flame dynamic to choose it, essentially. And it's a process. They don't wake up exactly when you do. So you have to be patient with that, and you have to stick with it and pray for them and love them unconditionally and give them space when they need it, and be a divine feminine. I see so much twin flame crap on the internet that just isn't twin flames. I know that twin flames are so rare, actually. Most of the people watching this video probably aren't even in a twin flame dynamic. And I don't say that to be mean. I say it because it's very rare. The way to identify if you're in a twin flame dynamic is by the unconditional love you have for this person. It will never be a selfish love. It will never be a love that wants to control or harm them. I don't care what they do to you. You love that person. You would literally lay your life down for them. That's how much you love them. Sorry. So, to wrap this up, those are some ways to kind of discern. Number one, if you've met a twin flame, a false twin flame, a twin flame catalyst, which is someone that comes into your life in a karmic dynamic. Again, a karmic is someone that is there to teach you some harsh lessons. The love is not selfless. It's not unconditional. It's very me focused. If I don't get my way, I do this. If you don't do this for me, I do that. A twin flame, someone that is claiming to be your twin flame or soulmate, does not act this way. I'm sorry. That's a good way to discern that. And number two, why does the twin flame path bring the biggest blessing for both divine feminine and divine masculine? Because it's your soul's path. It's your soul's perfect vibration. You two are essentially dynamite together in every single way. And if you are on a true twin flame journey, your other part knows as well. At the end of the day, they have free will, and it is up to them whether they take this gift and this blessing and live their life out to the fullest, or if they take a half-assed approach and kind of go unsatisfied until their death. And that sounds so sad, like so sad. That's why you pray for them and you keep your vibration high and perfect as a divine feminine, so that you can hopefully guide them through this. I'm trying to think of some more topics to talk about. Sorry I'm so emotional today, guys. It's been an emotional few days. But this journey will do that to you. So if you're feeling like that, don't feel bad. It's okay. It's part of this. Embrace it. Embrace the sadness and the anger and the confusion. Because at the end of the day, on a twin flame journey, the unconditional love will always come back. It will never leave. And you are so blessed to be on this journey. Your life trajectory has changed from half-assed to something that you couldn't even imagine if you choose this path and walk it. And if you have any questions or need a shoulder to cry on or some advice, or if you're stuck in the dark night of the soul and you feel hopeless, like you're dying, it's because your ego is dying. You will come through it, and you will be a completely different person on the other side, I promise you. Any questions you guys have, anything you need help with, that's what I'm trying to do here. I don't care if I have 3 views on my videos. Twin flames are rare anyways, so I know that the people that are meant to watch this are going to. The last thing I wanted to touch on before I leave, and I forgot, is just because you're in a twin flame dynamic doesn't mean that you have to be present in the world with that proclamation. You know, it doesn't mean your mission is going to be all public. When you guys come into a relationship, it doesn't have to be, we are twin flames to the world. That's something you guys can share, and it doesn't have to be out there for everyone to know. And I think that's really important, because that can be scary for both parties too. Like, this unattainable, what is this? Twin flame, like, oh, we're the perfect, you know, this or that, and we have to announce this to the world. No, that is something that you guys can share together, and that doesn't have to be your mission. Your mission might be something completely twin flame unrelated, but your vibrations together are creation. You could create companies together. You could become wealthy so that you can help other people together, and it might have nothing to do with the twin flame dynamic. Some twin flame couples are called to have their mission in the twin flame field. That's something that you guys will figure out together if you guys can come together. But those are the few things I wanted to talk about today. Anything else that comes to my brain, I'm going to try to put out here. Whoever watches this, even one person, thank you for watching this. If I can help in any way, I'm so blessed to do that, and that I have come to the other side of this, and I'm able to help if I can. I hope you guys have a wonderful day whenever you're watching this. If you're watching this 6 months from now, it's exactly when you were supposed to watch this. There's no such thing as time. It's literally all happening now. I love all of you, and any questions you might have, feel free to message me anytime. I'm going to possibly start trying to work with people one-on-one and help in any way I can. As soon as I feel like I'm ready for that, I will start putting some of those services out there. Have a blessed day, guys, and thank you for watching.